Security, Privacy, and First Tasks. Written by Canary Girl, read by Missy Oki. Some friends asked me to write out the measures I intend to take now and immediately following the bank appointments regarding the internet and asset protection. This is based on several years of research plus 20 years of working for law firms. Here 'tis. Internet security and asset protection tools for now and right after the bank appointments. Freeze your credit reports and those for underage children. Do it this weekend. It's free. Consumer advocate Clark Howard tells you how. The Clark.com Personal Finance Credit Freeze and Thaw Guide. For best accountants, attorneys, and financial advisors in your area, please see separate articles on this topic. Name your trust, business entities, something other than your name. Please separate the articles on this topic. Don't list your name and address on the trust and entity documents. Hire the law firm to act as receiving agent on your behalf and use the firm's address. This is so thieves cannot use government records and find your name and address to target you. Put your house and car in a trust or entity as appropriate for the same reason. Do the same for property taxes, vehicles, titles, etc. Find a computer tech with security expertise. Do not rely on advice from the workers and repair techs at the computer stores. They are paid to sell computers. Experts do not work for minimum wage or sales commissions. Ask your accounting firm to have their forensic researcher give you a recommendation. Your tax attorney could also be a good resource. Ask the expert to order and install computer equipment for you, especially the computer you will use for online banking and brokerage house connections. Have the expert delete all data from your current computer so it's completely wiped clean. Capture your family pictures, etc. on a flash drive and or the cloud before the wipe. Ask the experts to take apart the machine and discard the parts ecologically. A fireproof safe in your home. Ask the expert to install a fireproof safe in your home. The lock should not require electricity. Have her show you how to reset the combination. Buy a separate computer solely for finances. It should not share or sync data with the rest of your computers. I like Macs, so I will buy a PC for the financial computer. The financial one will be used only for online banking and accessing investment accounts such as Vanguard. It will have a hardwired internet connection. Never go to any other websites other than your bank or investment companies. No shopping, no surfing, no emails, nothing. Have the second internet connection that is hardwired, not Wi-Fi, connected to your home. This is the connection you will use for your finance-only computer. No Wi-Fi or Bluetooth on this computer. Use this computer to access the bank, credit cards, and brokerage websites only. No email, no shopping, no surfing, nothing else. Keep this computer away from children and visitors. Lock it in a cupboard in your bedroom, for example. Have the computer security tech or computer store add privacy tools before using it. Never access your largest accounts online. If you need to transfer money to another account, go to the bank and do it. Or write a check from your large account and take it to your local credit union for deposit. Buy a black and white laser printer dedicated solely for use by this computer. Not a laser color, not an inkjet. The security expert can explain why. Use it to print bank statements and other documents you could need in an audit. Do not connect the financial computer and this printer via Wi-Fi. Use a cable. Disconnect Alexa and any other Internet of Things, IoT, equipment. These devices constantly record what you say. Similar refrigerators, which listen for commands, cameras on your TV, tape over the lenses, and other invasive Internet of Things products, IoT items. also provide a way for hackers to invade your Wi-Fi system. A financial reason, a few years ago, a major news channel reported theft of a very large amount of money from a Las Vegas casino. The casino financial accounts were hacked and money diverted to Russia. The hackers accessed the casino's aquarium controls and got into the Wi-Fi system. A personal example, an elderly couple were discussing his rapidly declining health and how he wanted to find a physician to help him die. This act is not legal in their state. By talking in front of Alexa, the recording of those conversations could put wife in serious trouble later. If you cannot live without Alexa, at least get her out of the bedroom. Get checks that have coded encrypted routing and account numbers printed on them, not your real routing and account information. If your bank doesn't offer this, change banks. Some credit unions offer them. Have your credit card company provide you with one-time use numbers for online purchases. Have your banker show you how to use them. Have only 2 checking accounts with ATM cards. Tell the bank you do not want overdraft protection, nor do you want them to automatically transfer money into the account when funds run low. This prevents a thief from draining any connected savings account via multiple charges and ATM withdrawals. If you plan to spend more than usual, such as getting cash ATM withdrawals while traveling, raise the daily limit and put extra money into the account beforehand. Stop automatic transfers to pay monthly bills, the ACH ones. You don't want vendors to have access to your bank account. Set up monthly payments via credit cards. You have more consumer protection this way. Do not use cards attached to your bank accounts when you set up Lyft, Amazon, eBay, or similar accounts. Use a credit card for better consumer protection. Let your credit card and ATM card users know when and where you will be traveling, so they don't assume a thief in Paris is using your card without permission. Do this in person or via phone. Do not tell them via email or text. Spread your funds around several local banks, credit unions, and online banks. Include a bank that has branches where you most like travel. Meet the managers and assistant managers in person at each one. Ask the manager at your local major bank to meet the person who issues medallion signature guarantees. Shake hands with this person a couple times a year. You will need this relationship later. If she leaves the bank, create a relationship with her replacement. Minimize the information you give to accountants and lawyers. Designate some accounts and credit cards for personal expenses only. Things that don't affect your taxes and you don't need to track. Payments for vacations, gifts, restaurants, etc. Your tax accountant doesn't need this information. Keep information about these accounts private. Your accountant will probably ask to transfers to those accounts. Just be certain she isn't missing any deductions for you. Simply explain that they are personal expenses, but be certain to track medical, dental, vision, and caregiving costs for insurance claims, taxes, HSA accounts, and reimbursements from trusts and entities. Also track donations to nonprofits. Make donations while protecting your ID and contact information. Instead of writing a check, have your bank issue a cashier's check to protect your routing and account numbers. Make donations anonymously so you aren't inundated with requests for money. Ask the charity to send the receipt to your attorney's or accountant's address. If you would like a few people to share your enjoyment in helping others, use a nickname. Perhaps in college or the military that you were known as Brainiac or Lightning. Tell the charity to keep the donor name and contact information secret, but put your nickname on any list they publish or announce. Stop mail from coming to your home address. Set up a P.O. box or a mail shop box to make it harder for thieves to target you and your residence. Have someone you trust pick up your mail while you are traveling. Ask someone to pick up any papers left at your home, such as flyers, neighborhood newspapers. If you want magazines and packages to come to your home, put a name other than yours on the subscription. Let your mail delivery person or building concierge know the alternate name for your mail. You can also place online orders for yourself as gifts to this new name at your home address. Your dogs could be fun. Create a system to help you remember passwords using a handwritten cheat sheet. One gal I know uses letters from titles or lines from favorite songs. So she writes down Bruno to remind her of her song 24K Magic in the Air. The password 24K MIT at. This system could also work for sports heroes, bowling stats, events, dates, and more. Choose things you did not write down in calendars, announce on Facebook, or mention in emails. To make the passwords longer, add a second part. Summer 93 could tell you to add the word Budapest as you took your vacation there that year. So your cheat sheet would read Bruno SM93. The password would be 24K MIT at Budap3ST, or use a password manager. They'll need a very long jumble of characters for the one password to access the manager. Keep a written copy of this password in your bank safe deposit. Never put information in an email or text you wouldn't want on the roadside billboard. And stop all banking via your smartphone. Despite what the banks tell you, it's not secure. Sharing data online, my research shows private data is usually shared between clients, business colleagues, attorneys, accountants, and others via documents placed in the cloud in an account owned by the client. The client gives the professional the URL and password via phone. Change the password frequently, but never put the URL or password in an email or text in case your computer get keystroke tracking malware. I prefer password protected flash drives sent via FedEx or UPS, which the password is shared via telephone after the recipient has received the package. Never input your passwords and PINs into your computer or the cloud. Know that robots or bots look for documents with the @ symbol, the words bank and PIN, and other tells that have handwritten lists for your financial business and other relevant data in your safe deposit box in the event you suddenly pass away. Delete social media accounts, especially anything related to Facebook, Google, and WhatsApp. Backup photos onto a flash drive first. I plan to leave modest information about my pre-RV life on the internet via my LinkedIn profile, which shows my final modest job and website I wrote about myself, describing my modest pre-RV life, my books, volunteer works, hobbies, dogs, etc. It'll look odd if someone Googles me and finds nothing. If my current phone number appears on the internet search, I will get a new number. As often as necessary. Never answer your phone unless you recognize the person calling. People will leave a voicemail if they don't want to scam you. If you get a lot of spoof calls, robots create face caller IDs, numbers with your area code. Get a new phone number with an area code for someplace else. Change to a new email account and get a new address. The RV will give us an opportunity similar to retirement. We can choose the people we wish to keep close. Stop giving your Social Security number to medical, dental, vision, and other offices. They only want it in case they need to turn your account over to collections. Leave the area blank. If they insist, tell them you pay in full at each appointment. If they insist, find another provider or provide a dummy Social Security. You can find information about these numbers at Clark.com. I use the one the IRS has furnished Hollywood to use in movies. Don't let stores and others scan your ID. It's okay for them to look at to ascertain your identity and age. But when they scan your card, they're collecting your driver's license and other information. If they insist, shop at another store. Use RFID wallets and passport holders. RFID stands for Radio Frequency ID. Your driver's license, passport, credit cards, and other cards emit information. If you use RFID wallet, purses, briefcase, and passport holders, the RFID information on your card is blocked from anyone using the device to try and get your data. Again, written by Canary Girl.